Feel better?
A little bit better. Getting on the mend.
Good.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Fighting with an insurance company, but other than that, not too bad.
That's no fun.
Yeah. So I had retina surgery 30 days ago, and I also got laid off from my
Yeah.
job about 30 days ago. So
Oof. Yeah, that would cause them to want to fight you.
yeah. Well, and I can do a
Yeah.
Cobra policy, which will give me back insurance, but they want
Hmm.
like 4 grand.
Yeah.
It's
I've been
like,
on Cobra. I know how that goes. That is no fun.
yeah. So,
It is massively expensive.
yeah.
But as somebody who is a cancer survivor, it is vital that I don't have a gap in my insurance. So I have paid the Cobra price. No fun at all.
No.
So I feel for you. Good luck with your fight. I hope you win.
Oh, it'll all be fine. Uh, so they covered the surgery. It's the follow up
Hmm.
stuff.
Oh yeah,
And
all the
so,
nickel and dime crap.
and so I have a ACA plan starting August 1st.
Hmm.
So I'm having to push appointments I had next week back a couple
Yeah.
of weeks, you know. So,
Yep.
I guess the only real good thing I see out of the ACA plans is they have to cover pre existing conditions. So,
Yeah, that was a big win.
but
It was
even
pretty
that,
much the only big win, but it was a big win.
yeah. But, beyond that, I made too much money for any subsidies. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I don't know what state you live
That.
in, but Florida did not change its Medicaid and Medicare plans when they passed
Oh yeah,
that.
I'm in Texas. We're in the same bucket.
Yeah. So if you have no income, you don't get any subsidies,
Yep.
which is crazy. If you make between like 25 and 40,000, if you're married, um, then you get it almost completely paid for. That's like, really?
Yep. They want to punish you for not having income.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Same deal here. Sorry that I'm disabled and you guys won't let me have disability.
No.
I can't afford a lawyer to go through 5 years of fighting with you to get on disability because Texas is an incredibly difficult state to get on disability.
No.
Fun times.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
It looks like last session was a bunch of shopping.
Kind of, sort of. Uh,
I looked at the
all your
transcript on YouTube briefly.
Yeah. All your weapons got stolen by quicklings.
Aha. What about my arcane focus? Did that get stolen too?
No.
Okay. That's the important thing. As long as I can still Eldritch Blast, I'm good.
And they tested the perimeter around a column that had 4 elementals guarding.
Okay.
But in the end, they decided to circumvent it after a single elemental reacted and put Evander down in a single hit.
Seems like a rational decision to make then.
Yeah. So, yeah. They made a call to me and mine. And trying to sell some stuff and buy some stuff.
Okay. I was looking at the daggers. There's a dagger I wouldn't mind having, but I don't really need it. I don't really think I'd want to take my fairy into melee. However, I do like that some stealth. But I don't.
Well, and you should
Looking at
be.
the masks, though, I
And
can get the stealth advantage from one of those masks.
Yeah, and you should be
if I
aware.
attune that.
He has more than weapons. They were just looking for weapons because that's what was stolen.
Aha. Well, then I will look at the rest of this stuff. I might attune that Mask of the Hidden Fox to get that stealth advantage and the invisible. That's nice for a cowardly little fairy.
Uh-oh. Where is everybody? I know.
Oh.
Well, technically,
Beast Fighters
just Cody.
said he wasn't going to be there. Because, yeah, we're missing Cody.
See if he's online. He is not online. Okay. Well, I guess in the meantime, I can show you the wares that the gnome has outside of weapons.
Okay.
Let's see.
If nothing else, I can do some shopping.
Okay, so we have the Cloak of the Wandering Briar. Emerald green cloak is stitched from ivy that never wilts. Tiny flowers bloom and fade with the wearer's emotions. Properties: gain +1 to AC while not wearing heavy armor. Have advantage on survival checks. made to navigate forests. Once per long rest, you may cast Entangle. Spell save DC 13. The vines appear as glowing silver briars. Fey Blessing. While standing on natural ground, difficult terrain created by plants does not cost extra movement. Next cloak is a Moonweaver's Mantle. Woven from strands of moonlight collected during a Fey eclipse. Property, gain advantage on stealth checks made at night or in dim light. You always know the direction of the nearest moonlit path or natural exit from a forest. Once per long rest, you may become invisible until the end of your next turn or until you attack or cast a spell. Then there's the Cloak of the Laughing Pixies. The inside constantly sparkles with tiny dancing lights. Only the wearer can hear giggling. Properties. Gain proficiency in Persuasion if you don't already have it. If already
got it.
Proficient, and double your proficiency bonus once per long rest on Persuasion or Deception checks. Once per long rest, cast Fairy Fire. Pixie Trick. Whenever you roll a natural 20 on a Charisma check, harmless butterflies and flower petals swirl around you. Let's see. That's it for the cloaks. What else would you potentially...
Are there any wands?
Let me check.
What she would be most interested in is wands. Or arcane focuses in general.
Wand of Dancing Lights. That one comes with... it has 5 charges. Dancing Light costs 0 charges. Light, 0 charges. Fairy Fire, 2 charges. Color Spray, 2 charges. It also has Phase Spark. Whenever you cast a spell from this wand, tiny glowing butterflies swirl around you until the start of your next turn. Then there's the Thornheart Wand. Carved from the heartwood of an awakened thorn tree. 6 charges. Contains Thorn Whip, 0 charges. Druid Crab, 0 charges. Entangle, 2 charges. Goodberry, 2 charges. And then Nature's Gift, the first Goodberry created each day restores 2 hit points instead of 1. Then there's Wand of the Trickster Hair, fashioned from white ash and a rabbit foot carved into the handle. Comes with 5 charges. It casts Minor Illusion, 0 charges. Prestidigitation, 0 charges. Silent Image, 2 charges. Disguise Self, 2 charges. Additionally, once per long rest, when an attack would hit you, you may move 10 feet with a lucky hop to an unoccupied space you can see, and the attack misses.
Oh, that's nice.
Wand of the Whispering Winds. A slan silver branch with feathers trapped inside clear amber. 6 charges. Gust uses 0 charges. Message, 0 charges. Featherfall, 1 charge. Gust of Wind, 3 charges. Gentle Descent. The wielder never takes damage from falls of 30 feet or less. Wand of the Blooming Seasons. Made from cherry wood that blossoms even in winter. 5 charges. Spells, Druidcraft 0, Guidance 0, Cure Wounds 2 charges, Healing Word 2 charges. Spring's Blessing. Whenever this one restores hit points, the target gains 1 temporary hit point. Wand of Curious Mushrooms. The top is capped with a tiny glowing mushroom that changes colors. Comes with 6 charges. Poison Spray uses 0. Dancing Light 0. Fog Cloud 2 charges. Detect Magic 1 charge. Spores of Wonder once per long rest. Create a 10-foot radius cloud of harmless glowing spores for 1 minute. Creatures inside have advantage on wisdom checks that rely on sight as the spores illuminate hidden details, and invisible creatures and effects become faintly outlined.
You know what? I kind of like that one. I kind of want to know how much that one costs.
I got a few more here.
Okay.
Wand of the Fey Court. This elegant wand is carved from a branch taken from the first tree of the Feywild and crowned with a crystal that changes color with the seasons. This one comes with 7 charges. Its spell, Charm Person, uses 1 charge. Misty Step, 2 charges. Calm Emotion, 2 charges. And Moonbeam, 3 charges. Courtly Favor. Once per long rest, when a creature fails a saving throw against one of the wand's spells, shimmering Fey sigils surround it. Until the end of your next turn, attacks against that creature have advantage.
That's nice too.
Nope, that's it. Alright. So you're looking for the price of the Wand of Curious Mushrooms, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure that the last one is going to be really expensive.
Let's see. Uh, 425 gold pieces.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and buy
The wand?
that Wand of the Curious Mushrooms.
Okay.
One seems like it could be fun.
And I'm fairly certain you know how to do a custom magic item in Roll20.
I'm figuring it out.
The easiest way is to just drag like a wand of magic missiles and modify it.
Yeah.
Okay. I pasted it in the chat in Roll20.
Thank you.
Anything else you would like to look at?
Let's go ahead and look at light armor.
Okay, we have a petal weave vest. It's essentially counts as leather. Armor class 11 plus dex modifier. Armor is weaved from enchanted flower petals, giant butterfly silk, and living vines. Weighs almost nothing. +1 bonus to AC. The armor weighs only 1 pound and never interferes with flying. You have advantage on dexterity checks made in forests, gardens, or flowering fields. Bloom step. Once per long rest, difficult terrain created by plants does not cost you extra movement for 10 minutes. Dragonfly mail. Counts as studded leather. Armor class is 12 plus dex modifier. Thousands of intricate dragonfly wings are magically fused into supple leather. Gain +1 bonus to AC. Flying speed increases by 5 feet. Opportunity attacks against you are made at disadvantage while you are flying. Additionally, you get Dragonfly Dash. Once per long rest, you may take the dash action as a bonus action for 1 minute.
Okay, that one is huge for Delphi.
Moss Cloak Jerkin. AC 11 plus Dex mod. Living moss slowly grows across the armor, changing colors with the season. You regain 1 hit point whenever you finish a short rest while outdoors. Advantage on dexterity checks made among natural vegetation. Nature's camouflage. If you remain motionless for 1 round in natural terrain, creatures must succeed a DC 13 Wisdom check to notice you. Moonlace armor. AC at 12 plus Dex mod. Gain +1 to AC, +1 to all Dex saving throws. Resistant to damage from falling. Moon Step. Once per long rest, cast Misty Step without using a spell slot. Then there's Pixie Court armor. AC 11 plus Dex mod. Gain +1 AC, advantage on saving throws against being charmed. Gain proficiency on persuasion, which you already have. Courtly Grace. Once per long rest, when a creature attacks you, you may impose disadvantage on that attack as illusionary butterflies erupt from your cloak. And last but probably not least, Wing Shimmer armor. Studded leather, AC of 13 plus Dex mod. Max of +5. The armor is crafted from enchanted butterfly scales, moon silk, and woven hummingbird feathers. It's so light that it seems to float when the wearer around the wearer rather than rest upon them. +1 bonus to AC, already included in the base AC of 13. The armor weighs only 2 pounds. Your flying speed increases by 5 feet. You have advantage on dexterity acrobatics checks while flying. Fey Glide. If you would be knocked prone while flying, you may use your reaction to remain airborne instead. Once used, this property cannot be used again until you finished a short or long rest. Let's see. Wings of Wonder. Tiny motes of magical light trail behind your wings in flight. As a bonus action, once per long rest, you can cause those motes to swirl around you for 1 minute. During this time, opportunity attacks against you are made with disadvantage.
Oh, that's nice.
So,
I think I like the dragonfly armor better, though.
Okay. Let's see. Dragonfly mail costs 700 gold pieces.
Okay. So, 400 and 700.
That would be 1,100 gold total.
Yeah.
Which the guys are spending essentially roughly that amount themselves.
Okay. I don't feel too bad about spending that much.
Yeah.
That. Got that copied over. Get that all set up properly.
And let's see. I don't think you saw the map for the pillar, did you?
No, I did not see the map for the pillar.
Okay. I'll go ahead and throw that up so you can see what that looked like. Yeah, here we go.
Ah, cool. All right.
And of course, you have all
Sigils.
4 types of elementals there. So
Yes. Were there... Are we still there, or have we left that area?
they were leaving that area.
Okay.
The elementals don't do anything until you close within 15 feet of them.
Okay. So have we done like perception checks? Have we looked at the pillar from a distance to see if there's like any writing or anything on it?
They did not.
And we've left the area, so I can't do that now.
Yes, that would be a true statement.
Okay, then never mind. we have bugged off, and opportunity has been lost.
I can tell you, you do realize that the hammer that Evander carries, that's the hammer key, somehow is related to this pillar.
Yeah, that's what I was suspecting.
And I told them that, so they know that.
Okay. Hey, Cody. I just finished doing some shopping.
Wonderful. Sorry about being gone. I totally lost track of time and forgot our meeting time.
Okay. Yeah, because I was checking to see if you were online and you were not at the time, so. But
Yeah, but
you're here. We can move forward.
yes. By the way, I rescinded my decision to buy the ordinary +1 dagger.
Okay.
So now I have, instead of the normal +1 dagger, I have the Radiant dagger and the Skyward Dirk, I think it was.
Okay. And Delphina just bought $1,100 worth of stuff.
Yes.
Or gold pieces.
I just
Gold.
subtracted that from the loot list total gold.
Right.
But she got 2 items.
Well, so did Benji. the dagger and the shield, though the shield was traded.
Right. He traded the 2 shields for the 1 shield.
Yeah. And bought the dagger, which is 1100. Let me see how much we have left. Huh. That'll
Probably.
be 24 gold and
Yeah, I was thinking not much left.
well, we had 120 platinum pieces, which is 1,200 gold, and then
Right.
so we have 1,224 gold pieces and 5 silver.
Yep.
So be yep. Everything makes sense now.
Now, the bigger question is there anything else you would like to sell?
Oh yeah, we were wondering if he buys art and stuff.
He does not. He only
I
buys,
thought so.
Yeah, he only buys magic items.
Would he take the silver hand mirror that reflects the person always smiling?
Probably not.
It is technically a magical item. I think so.
Delphi is now very fast while flying.
Ooh.
Delphi now has a fly speed of 45.
Yeah, he'd give you 10 gold for the mirror.
The value, if we would trade it anywhere else, would be 75 gold pieces. Or the value, according to what you wrote, was 75 gold pieces. But okay, I could take the 10 gold.
Yeah, it's not his traditional magic item that he deals with.
Sure, makes sense.
Because essentially, he's just going to use it as a freebie.
Okay. Oh, 10 gold is 10 gold.
Yep.
So I can then remove that little item from our list.
All set.
Well, our list is a mess, so it's pretty difficult to see everything that is.
So here's what I would do. That'd probably make it a bit easier. Use a word processor. Create an index that's just the item name. and its value. That's kind of a one-liner. And then have everything down below, have the full detail down below.
Okay.
That tends to make it a little easier. Anything that's actually assigned to a character, I would remove from the list.
Yep. I think that was already done.
Okay. Okay. We have 10 days to get left to get to Lost Hallow.
Hasn't already been 10 days?
No, it's been 12. Yeah, 12 days so far. You have 10 days left.
Oh, okay.
Because you're, oh yeah, the annotation on the map. Because you guys are here, and
Okay.
you're trying to get here, and you have to cross a mountain range yet.
With a wagon.
With a wagon, yes.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Oh, the talking mules are gonna give us what for?
They haven't complained yet.
Well, one has.
Yeah.
Well, one has, yeah.
Okay. 9 days left.
Oh.
Whoops.
Okay. What kind of encounters is this time?
Well, this will happen at midnight, so this will be on Sir Bramble's watch.
Right?
Let's see. So he probably won't wake you up for this one. We'll see how this proceeds.
Okay. While that happens, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
I'll still be listening because I'll have my headphones on, so.
Okay. So, yeah, Sir Bramble's not going to wake you guys up because he won't have to. Although your initial perception and his initial perception is going to be slightly different. You wake up and 6 ghostly Fey children are standing around the camp. And a soft voice echoes saying, "One of you owes the forest a name." And we shall roll a d4. Okay, 1 is going to be Sir Bramble, 2 will be Delphina, 3 will be Evander, and 4 will be, what's our other player? Character? Doc.
Doc.
Okay. Sir Bramble.
It is his problem.
It is his problem. Okay. Okay. Sir Bramble answers with the name Foo. And character can no longer remember that name. Others may tell them later, but it feels strangely unfamiliar until remove curse or greater restoration is cast upon them. The procession silently departs.
Okay. Oh, so you're mixing campaigns. Evander is Greyhawk.
Oh.
This is Averyn, or Aver,
Oh,
for this one.
Yeah. Okay. That negative event is dealt with. Oh.
Oh no!
Another one the next day.
Bad luck.
Let's see. I think that's now 8.
Twelve, 3, 6, 9.
Okay. Okay.
15, 18, so 6.
So
PM. Is that right?
No. So 3, 6, 9, noon, 3, 6, 9 p.m. So none of you have actually gone to sleep yet.
Wait.
As each of you are, excuse me, getting ready to go to bed, a warm golden lantern suddenly is shining light into your camp from just outside your camp from a tree that wasn't there before. As you guys watch, the lantern lifts off the branch and slowly begins drifting through the woods. As you're sitting there, you hear faint laughter and the sounds of apparently friends calling your names from deeper in the forest. Do you do anything?
Our friends?
I'm sorry?
You said friends. Did
Your
you mean
friends.
friends from
Yes.
for me and Doc? Would that be from the mortal plane?
It could be from anywhere.
Mm. Well, before, because the laughter came as the lantern was moving, right?
Yes.
But before the lantern would be moving, Averyn would have tried to study it, if to see if it was magical, and if so, what kind of magic. Before it
Roll,
moved, and he heard the laughter.
roll an Arcana check.
Dang it!
The only thing that happens. Well, hang on. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Both of us, or just Aver?
No, just Aver.
Dang it!
Okay.
Why am I rolling so bad? Oh, maybe because I haven't taken a long rest and reset.
Okay. Roll a d10.
Yep.
5. Let's see. Okay. Now roll a d6. Okay. So you follow the lantern, and eventually you return to the camp after 5 minutes. When you re-enter the camp, let's see. Delphi, roll a perception check.
Will do.
Uh-oh. That ain't good.
7.
Jeez.
Maybe we should all take a long rest.
Maybe have Doc roll.
Sure. Perception. Do I perceive at all?
There we go.
He gets advantage?
It doesn't.
Oh, it's set at advantage.
Yeah, and that's fine.
So 17.
Yeah. So Doc, looks at you and goes, "Huh? Well, you look younger."
Huh?
Uh, you are actually 1 year younger.
Oh,
Delphi flies over and pinches your cheeks.
just physically, or?
Yes.
Happy unbirthday!
Oh, thanks, I guess.
Oh, that could have
You
gone way
reversed.
worse. Yeah. The potential effects were you could have aged a year. Uh, oh wait, what
So
did you
instead
roll?
of
You rolled a 2. Yeah, you turned in a. Yeah, you could have aged a year. You could have had your hair fall out and permanently change into flower leaves and glowing vines. Um, you could have lost your shadow, or you could
okay.
have lost a spell slot.
Ooh,
Ooh, losing a spell slot would have been brutal.
Yeah.
yeah. So instead of like 25, 26, he looks about 24, 25 now.
Yes.
It's like, I'll say 25. He looked 25, and now looks about a year younger, so he's 24.
And you have
Though
been
he's,
victimized by a Willowisp.
I see. Would I know that?
Uh, you didn't before, but you do now.
Okay. I mean, like, would I have realized after the change happened? Like, do I know about Willowisp?
No, because I actually had you check to see if you did. That's what the Arcana check was for.
I have a book of lore. Can I try an Arcana check to see if I have that in my book of lore?
Sure.
$20.
Yes, Willowisp is in your book of lore.
I can tell you all about it. And sit on your head and tell you all about why you're a year younger.
I see. Oh, isn't that interesting? And you said they had other effects too? Amusing.
Potential effects that did not impact you.
That was in character, because
Yeah, you got off
Aver
good.
yeah, very good it seems like. Though all of the effects are rather interesting. Aver is one who is very curious about any kind of magic, and uh, loves to study magic of any kind, regardless of the source. So magical effects like the de-aging, changing hairs, losing shadow, that would all interest him. Well, my physical age doesn't really matter, regardless. Anyway, let's get back to settling down for the night.
Sounds good to me.
By the way, he hasn't told anyone, so that would be the first hint about his first hint about his lineage, so it's not obvious.
And I put the details of the Willowisp in the Discord chat. Okay. Let's see. That was the negative effect. I don't think there were any 20s. No. Okay, next day.
Normal day.
So that was day 6, 5, 4.
Oh. We had a bad one.
Uh-oh. 3, 6, 9, 12, 3 p.m. Okay. So you enter a mountain forest that has a beautiful apple orchard bathed in warm afternoon sunlight. The trees are perfectly spaced, birds are singing, small wooden signs read, "Travelers welcome, take only one." The scent is irresistible. Every apple is perfect, completely flawless. The odd thing is when you guys try to look back down the trail, the orchard wasn't there a few moments ago. I need a nature or arcana check from each of you.
Alrighty.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna do a long rest for first, so that.
Oh yeah, you should. Yeah, everybody should do long rest, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I already did mine.
Okay.
My Arcana is 11. Elfie is distracted by this delicious scent of fruit.
Okay.
Was it nature?
Nature or arcana.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
For Aver, that would be. Wow, I'm rolling so bad.
As you.
Doc is carrying us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Doc notices there are no insects anywhere in the orchard. The shadows beneath the trees point in different directions. And he also notices that the wind that's blowing never reaches the branches of the tree. Everybody roll an insight check.
18.
Oh, good. And
Inside.
Haha, finally we're better than Doc.
Yes, finally.
okay. So you guys realize that the orchard is waiting for somebody to break an unwritten rule. So the apples.
The rule is written right there.
Yeah. Each
a-
character may choose whether to take an apple. If
Elfie is taking that apple. That apple smells so good.
So
Aver is actually not a big fan of apples. He can eat them, but it's not his favorite. He prefers something else.
okay. So Delphi, that apple tastes absolutely wonderful. It's sweeter than anything you've ever eaten. And had you had any damage, you would have received 1 hit point.
Fantastic. Great apple. 10 out of 10.
Wonderful to hear.
Okay.
Delphi is super happy that she had that apple.
Now, what would happen if you took another?
I don't want to take another. I am from here. I know what happens when you break the rules. The rule is right there. You don't break the Fey rules.
Okay. So, as you're standing there, the orchard slowly fades from view. Eventually, a tiny robin lands nearby and drops a single golden seed.
Yoink. Now, what's this?
Okay.
Inspection.
Come on. There we go.
That's very nice.
Okay.
Delphi's going to address the robin and Sylvan and say, "Thank you, cousin."
Aver would also say in Sylvan, because he speaks it, "Thank you, dear Robin."
Okay.
I believe Doc would also probably say something because he also speaks Sylvan.
Yeah. We are out of time.
Oh, yeah.
So, I will see you guys tomorrow. I got to pop over to another game.
Thank you for the session.
Okay. Bye.
So yeah.